Hello, fellow Bereans. Welcome to Berean Bible Journeys. And this is a different type of video. This is where we normally do verse mapping, where we use the context and the original languages to verse map the word. And I love that. This is my stash of reading that is to be read. And I thought I would share it with you because then it might give me a little bit more accountability to get my reading done. Obviously, this is my main text that I do most of my reading from, but man, there are some brilliant, godly people that God has entrusted with explaining things in His Word, and they have written books upon books, and I want them all, and I want to morphose them into my brain by osmosis, but that doesn't seem to be working. So I'm going to show you the reading system that my daughter did and how I'm going to get these books read. All right, so look at this first stack. Okay, so this is my first stack. Check this out. Oh my gosh. Do you see all that wonderful, wonderful stuff? I don't know if they're backwards to you, but I'll go through them in a second. Hang on. And this is my lovely second stack of books. And for my third stack of books, I've got these. And then these are my books that I wrote over there. I'll show you those too. Sorry about the lawnmower. I am outside and it is too gorgeous to be inside. Okay, so this is one of my books I'm currently reading. This is called At Home in Mitford. I am actually reading this out loud to my little girls. If you haven't read these are by Jan Karen. It's like walking through Mayberry. Like watching Andy Griffith episodes. It's so sweet and so calming and wholesome. You will just love it. It's about this little Episcopalian preacher in this little North Carolina town. Great life lessons and stuff. So that's what I'm reading with my little kids. I just got this one, Passover in All Its Fullness by Batya Ruth Wooten. I'm sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly. I bought several books by this author. I want to get this one read this week because it's Passover, but I don't know if I'm going to get that done or not. She also wrote Mama's Torah, The Role of Women. Try that one. And then this one is called Lost in Translation. This is what I'm currently working on. And I actually bribed my husband into reading this one with me. So I'm about that much through that one. So doing good with that one. It's really good. Like, it's the subtitle is Rediscovering the Hebrew Roots of Our Faith. And that is what I am doing. And many Christians are starting to rediscover the Hebrew roots of their faith, and it is mind-blowing and fascinating. So this is the first in a series of 3. This is the second one, Lost in Translation, the Book of Revelation through Hebrew eyes. Apparently, from what I'm learning, if you don't know much about the Hebrew concepts and culture, then reading Revelation isn't going to do you much good because you won't understand the implications and the symbolism. So I'm trying to get that one under my belt. So then there's a third one in that series, Lost in Translation, the Book of Revelation, 2 Brides, 2 Destinies. So the whole Bible is about the bride, the love story. I have another video on that I'll link. If you don't know about the love story, the actual love story between God and His people, then I'll put a link below to that one too. There's a wasp out here. Okay, this one is a crazy one. QAnon and 1,000 Years of Peace. If you say that word on YouTube, they will delete your channel. She actually changed the name of this book to End Times and 1,000 Years of Peace. This is a great book by Melissa. It doesn't even have her name on here. Freedom Force Battalion. And I read it all the way through, and it was eye-opening, and I'm going to read it again. Oh, I forgot to say, these books, these Lost in Translation books, are by John Klein and Adam Spears. Just over my head. I'm currently reading this one. This is called Valor, a Messianic journey through Proverbs 31, and I'm doing this one in a ladies' Bible study that meets every 2 or 3 weeks. Pretty easy read, but lots of good good soul nuggets in there. Okay, on to the second stack. And I'm going to show you in a minute how I'm going to get all these books read. I am going to use my daughter's bookmark reading success pages that she created for me. They look like this. So hard to get stuff read in this technical age, so she is helping me with that. All right, this next stack, there's two that go together. Here's this one called Israel Revealed, Ephraim and Judah. Again, by Batya Ruth Wooten. I've read a little bit about this. It's pretty fascinating too, but I want to know more about that. Here's another one. This one's called The Book of Revelation Decoded, Your Guide to Understanding the End Times Through the Eyes of the Hebrew Prophets by Rabbi K.A. Schneider. Again, this is that same concept that we have got to understand the Hebrew stuff before we can understand the Book of Revelation, which everybody wants to, really. So I gotta get busy on that one. This one I read a little bit of, Your People Shall Be My People by Don Finto. Where am I? Oh, I'm so far. Look at that. I am pathetic. Like, I'm so slow. So I want to finish that one. Started this one, Reading the Bible with Rabbi Jesus. It's really good. Like, I like it. I'm just so slow, and then I get stuck on my phone. Look at that. So I want to read that one. That is by Lois Sverberg. I'll put the links to all these below. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your names. This one is called The Witness of the Stars by E.W. Bullinger. And if you've ever read any of his stuff, it will just blow your brains like through the roof of your head. So apparently all of the gospel is written in the constellations. And as Christians, we were kind of taught not to look at the stars, like that was bad, like you're looking at astrology. Well, no, God created astronomy, and he created the stars, and he put them there for signs and for seasons. And so I want to learn more about that in all my spare time. This is a book that my mom loves by Francine Rivers, and I've read Francine Rivers before, and I love her stuff. And this one's called A Lineage of Grace. 5 stories of unlikely women who changed eternity. So that one would be an easy read if I just probably just sat down, and it would be an enjoyable read, but I need to do that. All right, these two go together. This one is called Israel. Who is Israel? Redeemed Israel. And again, this is about the 2 sticks, Ephraim and Judah. I'm sorry about the rooster. Again, this is by that Batya. I gotta go ask her how to pronounce her name. Ruth Wooten. And so this is the primer, and then this one is the actual whole text. So I got to get this one read before I can tackle this one. All right, we're almost to the end of the stack. Finding the Afikomen. Afikomen. I think it's Afikomen. And that is the hidden bread, matzah bread, in the Passover supper. Encountering Jesus in the spring feast. And I read some of this before to get some knowledge for a video I was doing. Oh, look, the words are big. I can maybe get that one. By Christy Eisner. And then this one is called Our Father Abraham. Oh, yikes. This is by Marvin R. Wilson, and oh my gosh, like the writing is teeny tiny, and I am gonna really have to discipline myself to get on this one. I want to read it. People told me that it just changed their faith, like it changed everything, and it was their first foundational Messianic type text. So I want to read it. I got to get it done. There's only a few left in this little stack. These are kind of different. This one is called Contenders for the Faith, and I am reading this with my son, my little 5-year-old son. It has all kinds of boy activities in it. I don't even know if this book is still in print anymore. I will check and see, and if so, I will put the link below. We'll see. Okay, this book, I have like a personal relationship with it. It's called The Complete Book of Home Organization, and I checked this out at the library so many times, and they would have to call me every time and say, would you please bring our book back? We would like it back. I love this book. And I found it at Ollie's for, I think it was $5.99. I was so excited. So I bought it. It's a beautiful book. Look at this. It is just beautiful. Great ideas for organizing and wonderful pictures for inspiration. So that one I'm working my way through. One more for the kids, A Pocket Full of Pine Cones. It's about homeschooling. If you don't homeschool, it's may not interest you, but it's so cute. It's kind of like a Little House on the Prairie type picture. The pictures are. And it's about a family that is forced to move to the country for the dad's work, and they end up having to homeschool. Kind of like a lot of people did this last year with Corona. But it's so cute. It's all about nature studies and stuff. If you want a cool book to go through with your kids for the summer, this would be great. So sweet. So that one. And then we've got Self-Reliance, Recession, Proofing Your Pantry. I got this one a couple of years ago and just need to read it, having gone through it. And the last one is The Self-Sufficient Backyard. We kind of have a Ron and Joanna Melchior. We have a small homestead here, and you hear all my hoodlums. And so this is a great text, but I'm just going to slowly go through each section of it and, you know, learn all of that knowledge that our grandparents had that we don't have anymore. So that's it. So these are the little sets that my daughter made. She's only 12, but she's pretty smart and she loves to read. So she wanted to help other people get some reading accomplished and get off of their electronics. So she created this little system where you write down which books you're trying to accomplish your reading on and when you start. And then you've got a set of bookmarks that go with each one so that you can put your name of your book here and how many chapters or page numbers or sections or however you want to do that. And then you keep that in your book. So then you can check it off if you like to check off stuff or color it in. So I just wanted to show you these real quick. So this is the horse set. Now she made these for her friends, obviously, but she wants to make more. So she's looking for new ideas for new themes. This is a little owl one. So cute. This is for a boy, obviously. Encourage young men to read. And this one is about sewing. And, oh, they're so cute. Look at that. And this one you can color in the buttons as you read. And this is an aquatic one. All right. So mine, obviously, are coffee themed. So those are my front pages. And then these are my bookmarks so that I can check off my progress. So I'm going to put this on speed up and let you watch me fill these out real quick. Okay, I am done with my bookmarks for my reading, my TBR. And so I have realized some things. I have bit off way more than I can chew here and don't get this many books going at one time, but I am glad I did it because comment below if you've read any of these or you would like to read them or if you've heard anything about them. And I'm gonna get started reading here. So I'm gonna show you my stacks real quick before I go. And maybe don't maybe don't do as many as I did to begin with. Hang on. Here I have this stack first, and all of those titles. And then I have got this one with all of those lovely books. And I've got this one with these lovely stories to read. And the last one, all those beautiful books. I just want to show you also, like, here is my front page that tells all the books that I have a goal to read. And then each one of them has the bookmark in it that I created to keep track. And that's great if you are a person that does not want to mark or earmark, dog mark, whatever you want to call it, the fold down the corners of your pages. I don't mind it because I keep my books forever and don't give them away, so they're just mine. But some people prefer to do a bookmark and not dog ear their pages. I'm super excited to read all these books, and I'm excited for you to read my books. This is that by Kimberly Edie and A Sabbath Day's Journey. This one's an easy read. You can do that one in a day and mark it off your list. So I will put the links below to the amazing bookmark system that my little girl created, and if you want to support her, she has a little YouTube channel called Emily's Attic Arts, where she plays with her goats on video and reads and teaches people how to read. So thank you, fellow Bereans. Have a blessed day.